M0FXB Hiroyasu CQ7373 programming software. So go to the link I provided on my Facebook page, just here, click this link, and then you'll get a zip up here, and then click the zip and run the zip, and it will just open. Okay, there's no driver, it just works. It doesn't even show up as a COM port. I put a normal USB cable into the back of my device. You just see it there, look, just poking in, just a normal. It does need to be a data lead, not just a charge only lead. So nothing shows up in your COM port, but when you go program read and then click OK, it just reads. Let me just do that again because this is in the way. Move that out like so. I'm going to close that window. Watch this. Program read, no COM port. Now I've added a couple of channels. I still haven't worked out how to get this to dual receive. I can get it to dual watch, but not dual receive. Someone tell me how. But otherwise, let's just go one at a time. So VFO A. Let's just set that to VFO A. Actually, I like that one there. Let me think now. Let's get this right. VFO A, VFO B. Just looking at what's there already. Okay, so VFO A, we're going to put it onto my repeater. The offset is actually 0.600. And it does need high power. CT/CSS would be 94.8. And this is what the radio, when you turn it on, if you're in VFO mode, that's what it's going to show. So VFO A. That looks fine. Okay. Yeah, all good. You can actually select receive only. That's interesting. Signaling code, we don't need that. CT/CSS only on encode. And that's fine. So let's close that one. And on the B, I'm going to set my node, which is 434.550. Offset frequency is 0.7.600. Actually, no, it's not an offset. On that one, it's actually simplex. So 0.000. So there is no offset. TX, we need 77 tone just here. And notice that the light's timed out, so we can correct that in a minute. Squelch, tone, yeah, that all looks fine. So that's just like what it boots up as. Now let's create a memory channel. So we've done VFO A, VFO B. You can set your core things when you press the core button. I'm not going to do that now. And then over to channels now. So let's go double click the top. We'll create a new channel. So here we're going to put in, let's put in ZB. So it's 430.825. TX frequency, we don't, as far as I can see, we don't use plus or minus, we have to type it. It's 438.8.425. And it's GB, you can name it, GB3ZB. And we do want a tone of 77, just a transmit one here, so TX. And we'll keep the power high. And if we want, we can actually open up this window more if you hit the right arrows there, which are just at the end here, look. And so there's the name, let's do it in capitals, caps, GB3ZB. Everything's in there. So that all looks fine. So that's how you add a repeater. If you want simplex or if you want airband, you go 133.850. It should automatically know that that's airband anyway. Yeah, see the no TX, of course, airband, isn't it? Airband. And I don't think it does radio, but let's put in 94.3. Let's see what it says. No, the lowest frequency is 108. Okay. So now let's go to general settings, which are here. See if we can make the screen stay on for longer. So timeout. Well, I've actually turned it off if you look there. in minutes. So let's go to 30, and then timeout when you press the key, timeout alert. Voice beep tone. Haven't heard a voice yet, but it says English there. Backlight brightness. Yeah, I find that the higher you send it, the more colourful it is. Not sure what send name is. I have changed when it boots up to preset message, and I've added these message. Fan control is auto. You can actually turn it off by the looks of it. Pilot frequency, what's that? Okay, so you got the squelch level here, so I think about 2 or 3 is normally quite good. Band A work mode. So you can tell it to boot up in frequencies or channel mode. And then what it displays, channel name and channel number, or you can have frequency and channel number, or just channel number. I would have liked frequency and channel name is what I would have liked, but that's not there. But who knows, there might be newer firmware. So we'll just send that to the radio. Just go right. You can use, these little yellow and red boxes. Right is the red one. So go right, click OK. It's very fast. And it says that did say M0FXB Andreas. You can see it receiving on the right if I turn it up. The only thing I've said this so many times, it's advertised that it has 2 independent receivers. I can't get it to hear 2 things at the same time, although it does dual watch. That definitely does work. If someone speaks on this side now, we will hear them. If you look now, look, 1, 2, test. Okay, it works fine. I turn it up. Well, it's obviously why I'm using a radio inside. 1, 2. You can see nice and loud. But if it's transmitting on the B band at the same time, I'm finding it's muting it. So I'm trying to transmit now, and nothing's being heard on the A band, even if I flick it to the A band. And obviously, if I speak now, it works fine. But if it has audio, then I speak, nothing comes through on the A band. So there you are. Very interesting though, isn't it? So that's about it. That's the software. If you've picked up any tricks, let me know. Communication, it does do DTMF, it does do airband, it's VHF, UHF, you've got general settings, it does scan, channel editing. So that's the only thing that I'm stuck on, is the dual receive. Maybe there's new firmware. This firmware is version 1. If I have to update the firmware, because it's advertised as a cross-band radio, cross-band repeat. So as far as I can see, it should do it. But